Hey there, it's time for our June budget update. I'm Stephanie from sixfiguresunder.com and I'm here with my husband Mike. We'll get back to food storage next week, but today we just wanted to go through our monthly budget like we always do and show you how we spent our money so that you can be inspired to budget and reach for your financial goals. So we'll just dive right in here. We use YNAB, that's You Need a Budget, for our budget. So that's the app right here. We'll get to the income for June at the end. Right now we'll start with our spending. Now our spending in June was with money that we earned in May. We live on last month's income, so we're a month ahead. So the money we earned in May is what we're spending in what we spent in June. So we start with tithing. We always pay 10% of the money that we earned in May. Because this is all money that we earned in May. We pay 10% as tithing, and then this fast offering, this is a donation we make through our church to the poor in our area. It's $100. And then you want to talk about the monthly bills, Mike?
Sure. Well, these are just the bills we have that pretty much stay the same every month. So starting out with our mortgage, that amount includes both the principal and interest and homeowners insurance and property taxes. Our electric bill, we had a relatively small electric bill last month because of a rebate and because we didn't have really hot days during the period where we were actually paying this bill. It got a little hotter after that, and so both our Airbnb renters and ourselves, we tried using AC. That turned out to be expensive, so we're going to not use AC very much.
Yeah, this bill actually ends on like June 6th or something, so most of this was from May, which was pretty temperate.
Car insurance, this is a little strange. We do have a car that's insured, but because of a COVID rebate and some pro rata kind of discounting when I canceled the insurance on my car. Oh, hey, buddy.
There are three of us here.
There's no car insurance payment due during June. There will be another one again in July, and there was in May, but just this month there isn't. Internet, we pay $70 a month for Comcast cable. That's great because we spent months when we first moved in without any internet at all. So this is great to have it at home. Our water bill, we're not sure exactly what this is going to be. We get it every 2 months, and because we've had the garden going and been watering that, we know we've used more water, but not sure how much more. So we're hoping that $120 is about half of that. We'll see when we actually get the water bill. The trash is every 2 months, so again, that's half of what we owe in our bi-monthly trash bill. Cell phones, this includes both a Republic wireless phone, which we've had for a long, long time, and a phone through the carrier Visible, which is a new phone for us. It's on the Verizon 4G LTE network, and it's $25 a month for unlimited data. So that's great because, one, we actually get reception at our home in case the Wi-Fi is out, and two, we have unlimited data wherever we go. So we're probably going to be switching both of our phones over to Visible. $25 a month is really unbeatable, especially for all the data you can use. Our home phone, this is I use this at work because I'm working fully from home now.
Yay!
And that's $5 a month. It's super easy. It's a VoIP phone through UMA, and we've paid $5 a month forever for it, and that's way less than the $35 that AT&T wants for an actual landline. Our orthodontist bill, this comes every month. Our daughter goes in for braces adjustments every 2 months, so we just treat this like a monthly bill. Piano lessons, one of the kids is now taking lessons from someone who is not mom, and so this is what we're paying.
Yay!
The piano teacher, another big yay. And that's been great. We've actually had Zoom lessons for the last few months because we aren't going over to his home for instruction anymore. And then finally, disability insurance, that's the same every month. That's to cover me if something awful happens and I can't work. It'll replace about 65% of our income.
Okay, everyday expenses. We'll start with food. We normally budget $450 to $500 a month for food for our family of 8. This month we spent $561 on food. Well, actually we spent a whole lot more. If you saw our grocery haul for June, it was the biggest grocery haul we've ever done. We spent more on groceries in the month of June than we have ever in our lives. That's because for the last 3 months before that, we didn't go grocery shopping. We were doing our quarantine food storage challenge, so we had a lot of restocking to do. We actually spent more than this $561, as you know if you saw that video, because we had a preparedness fund that we also set up during that quarantine food storage challenge, where we put some of what we would have spent on food in that budget category. I'll show you, we'll talk about it in a minute, or I'll show you it right down here. So we spent $600 from that category. All of it was put in in previous months, except for we added $100 this month. So this $600 plus our $561 in the food category was what we spent on groceries. But if you saw that haul, we got tons of stuff and we got a lot of things restocked. So that was exciting. Okay, for household miscellaneous, we spent $442, which is kind of a lot. We stocked up on laundry detergent. We probably have laundry detergent for a year now. We got trash bags. I got some organizing bins. I reorganized the bathroom in the master bathroom, our cupboard in there. And we restocked batteries. Office Depot had a deal where you get 100% back in rewards when you buy the big packages of Duracell AA and AAA batteries. So I got one of each of those, and then we have a $35 credit now at Office Depot. We stocked up on stamps. We got shampoo and toiletry items. Oh, and we renewed our Sam's Club membership. So that's, $100 of that, because we got the Plus membership has free shipping, so it's worth it to us to pay a little bit more, especially in times like this when we don't go to the store or don't want to go to the store, to have free shipping from Sam's Club. We also bought a broom organizer for the laundry room and some cherry pitters, because we picked cherries from our friend's tree and thought having cherry pitters would be convenient. Okay, fuel, we spent $123, which is great. Normally we spend around $400 when it's not a pandemic. Clothing, $29. Just a few things here and there. Animals, $75. We bought 2 bags of dog food and 1 big bag of cat food. Kids' activities, we don't really have any now besides piano lessons. I mean, we don't have any that we pay for besides piano lessons. And our daughter advanced to the next set of books, so we bought the books. And allowances. If you've seen before, this has been $60. We moved it up to $70 now that several of our kids have had birthdays. And if you've seen the way we do our allowance, I'll put a link in the description, but the way we do it is based on their age. So we had to up that a little bit.
So our sinking funds, these are funds where we put some money in and we take some money out, but there's usually a balance there. We just kind of save up until we need it there so we don't get surprised by some future expense. You see here in the top one, we put $400 into our medical/dental fund. We used $147. Our balance is almost $3,400. So what our plan is there is to actually save up our maximum out-of-pocket amount over the year, so that if we do have expenses that are that high, they're completely covered. We don't have any surprise medical expenses.
Hey, little guy, come here.
If we don't have expenses that are that high, then next year we start off with a balance and we have to save less each month to get up to our max out of pocket. All right, next is car repair. We just had to get one little replacement part for the car, but we've got $3,800 in there for when something terrible happens. If nothing terrible does happen, we might stop adding to that fund and start doing something else with the money, but for now...
we drive older cars, so something always happens.
There will be something. We added $100 to our Christmas fund. If we do that every month of the year, then come time to buy Christmas presents, which is often November, we have money in there to do that with and don't have to try to scrape up more.
Oh, plus, if I find a good deal on something during the year, then I just go ahead and pick it up and take it out of our Christmas fund then, and it's great.
Stephanie has kind of a Christmas closet it's full of gifts of things. Gifts for Christmas or birthdays or whatever.
I like finding good deals.
All right, life insurance is $75 a month. That covers the 2 of us. Birthdays and gifts, we put $40 in and spent nothing, so we've got a balance of $228. We have this fund where we save up toward our car registration and smog check. That doesn't seem like it should be something you have to save up for, but it's a couple $100 when it comes if we have to do the safety and emissions check as well. So we put $40 on there each month, and right now we've got a balance of $421. We didn't add anything to our family fund. We had lots of fun. We actually spent $143 from that fund. I took one of the boys backpacking for a week, and we had to get some water treatment tablets and a couple of new tarps and some other things. Plus, there are a few other things we got for family fun. But we've got a balance there of $670 still. This car fund is new for this year because my car was totaled by a deer, and I've been driving around the minivan that we intended to sell when we bought our 8-seater. We decided we should get a commuter car, which will get better gas mileage and things. Now, if we put $550 a month in there, plus what we got back in insurance from the totaled car, we'll have about $10,000 by the end of the year. At that point, we may be back to normal, and I'll be driving to work, and it will be nice to have a commuter car.
Or maybe you'll just work at home forever, and we'll just be a one-car family.
We'll see. If suddenly we don't need a car fund, we'll figure out what to do with the money.
That would be a great problem to have.
Yeah. Home projects. We put $500 in and used up most of it. This is primarily work on the garden project.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the garden video, I'll put a link here for that.
It's a pretty big project.
You'll see it's not your average garden.
It's a lot of fun, though, in kind of an exhausting sort of this will be great next year way. And then preparedness. Stephanie already mentioned this up in the food budget. This is what we have been putting money into while we weren't buying groceries because we knew we would need to restock everything. So this is for buying, bulk oats and wheat and honey and oil and all of those things that we need kind of in our long-term food storage, as well as bulking up the shorter-term food storage that Steph has been working on. Okay,
investing. Not super exciting, but we put $25 per kid for 5 of our kids. We haven't got
this little guy.
We haven't got the little guy on there yet. That's for their 529s, and then we put $500 a month for my IRA, my Roth IRA, and then that fills it up for the year.
And I have a pension account at work where they take money out of my paycheck and stick it into the pension. So that's what we're doing right now for investing. There are 2 pieces here to the tax savings, or tax spending rather. One is we have a monthly kind of subscription plan for tax prep where we pay $90 a month, and then our tax preparer has some planning meetings during the year, and includes the return itself and a few other things. We aren't putting anything in the self-employment tax savings fund right now because we had a huge refund last year, and we really prefer not to get huge refunds. We'd rather just keep the money instead of giving it to the IRS and then getting it back. So with my withholdings from work, that really covers our tax liability.
We could probably take that $559 out and put it towards something else.
We probably could.
Mortgage Extra. This is our big goal category that we're working on right now, paying off our mortgage. We currently owe $296,681 on our mortgage. When we started this goal, back in November of 2018, we had $363,171. So if you do the math, we are 18.3% of the way toward our goal. And we originally set a 5-year... When we started this goal in November of 2018, we set a 5-year goal. So we are 33% of the way to our goal deadline and only 18% of our goal reached. So we're kind of behind, so we really need to put that $10,000 toward it, but that's where we're at. Okay, rental expenses. This is for our Airbnb rental. This is Netflix, some dish detergent, some hand soap, and some pest control, some home pest control, so they don't get earwigs and stuff in there. This amount comes right out of the money earned this month. So during this month, this was my blogging income, our Airbnb income. These 2 together were what Mike brought home from the state. So all of that we move into July, and that is what we budget in July. So come back next month and you'll get to see what we do with that money. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. We're happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.